Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? We're here with episode 2 of talking about tennis ranting. I don't know what the hell I'm going to call it. We're just going to talk. We're going to talk about tennis. Okay? We're talking about Miami today. Miami. It's a tournament, 1,000 rated on the ATP. It's the second biggest level besides Grand Slams. The first one just happened in California, Indian Wells. The second one, which is a week later, is called Miami. It's called BNP Paribas Open. Blah, 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 blah. You know what the tournament it is. Both men's and women's are going to be there. It's one of the biggest tournaments in the world, and we should all check it out. So we're going to talk about it today. We're going to read an article about this event and 10 takeaways, and we're going to go through it, and half of it's going to be really boring, but I'm going to try to talk about the actually relevant things. So without further ado, let's go to it. This is an ATP article. Scouting report, Alcaraz seeks Sunshine Double, meaning winning the Indian Wells and then winning Miami Open back-to-back. Only a couple of people have ever done that. And remember, Alcaraz is number 1 in the world currently, and he's 19 years old. Apparently, Medvedev and Ruud in action as well. So Medvedev just came off of making the finals at Indian Wells. And Ruud made the finals last year. So he has a lot of points rolling off, so he needs to perform as well. So stacked field, like I said, Medvedev, Casper Ruud, Stefanos Tsitsipas, who is, I think, number 3 in the world right now, behind Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz. And he made the finals of the Australian Open. He's playing pretty good. Let's see, what has he done this? I don't know if they have the record this year. He's 13-3 this year, so playing pretty good. Cool. So anyways, the takeaways so far is number 1, Alcaraz is in full flight. He missed 3 months off because of an injury. Now he's back this year, and he's 14-1. He's made, obviously, 14-1. He's only lost once. He's won 2 titles. I don't know which one was the other one that he won besides Indian Wells, but he made the finals in the other one. So he actually won Miami last year. This was his breakthrough tournament. So apparently he has to win this tournament to stay number 1. I don't think Djokovic is playing. I don't think he's allowed to come to the United States because he's an idiot. And anyways, enough. We can talk about that another day. But so Alcaraz literally has to win the tournament or he goes back, even though he literally just got the world number 1 ranking. And I guess that's what this is talking about, battle for number 1. Alcaraz must defend his title to remain ahead of Djokovic in the rankings on April 3rd. Anything less than the serve will return to the top spot. Fun fact, Djokovic, where is this right here? I was pulling this up, number 1 rankings on ATP Tour. Djokovic has the most weeks at number 1, but interestingly, not the most consecutive weeks at number 1. That is actually Roger Federer at 237, which I thought was kind of cool to see. Although Djokovic has 7 year-end rankings. And interestingly, Nadal only has 209 weeks at number 1 and only 57 weeks maximum. Consistently. Interesting. You can see Alcaraz down here. Where is he? Number 15. He's already been at number 1 for 21 weeks. He's already like top 16 overall for number 1s. Pretty good for 19 years old. Number 3, Medvedev begins a new streak. So again, Medvedev had won, I think, 3 tournaments in a row. He'd won 3 consecutive titles in Rotterdam, Doha, and Dubai before losing to Alcaraz, who got destroyed by Alcaraz, but apparently he's playing really good. So he's made the quarterfinals the past 2 years. I feel like he's going to do better this year. We'll see, but I mean, he plays well here. He's playing well this season. I think he's going to make the semis. Apparently, Casper Ruud made the finals last year. He also made the final of the U.S. Open. And I guess in the Naito ATP finals, I didn't watch that tournament, but we're going to watch it this year. But anyways, we didn't watch it last year because we didn't care about tennis, but now we do. So, yeah, he has to make the finals. He's defending a lot of points here. Then we're going to talk about some Americans because, of course, they have to. So Fritz spearheads home charge. A host of American men line up eager to become the first home champion since John Isner in 2018. I completely forgot that John Isner won this tournament in 2018. Like, that is absurd. I just can't comprehend that John Isner won a tournament of this magnitude. It's crazy. If you don't know him, look him up. I guess we can click on him right now. This guy is... he's like 6'10", like 240 pounds, like has like insane serves. Actually, I was pulling up some of these stats. If you look, like he's the best server of all time. You can go to ATP stats. Best servers efficiency, first serve percentage, first serve percentage 1, aces per match, better than almost everyone. Double faults has some, but anyway, this is like some cool advanced stats here. If you just go by rating, he's the best of all time, followed by Ilo Karlovic, who's also a giant. Anyways, back to number 5. Taylor Fritz leads away. at a tournament where he reached the round of 16 in the past 2 years. Yeah, I mean, maybe he makes the quarters. I don't think he's going to make a big run here. He obviously won at Indian Wells last year, but I don't see him making it past the quarterfinals. I think it'd be a good performance if he got quarters here. Then we got Tiafoe and Paul, who are other Americans right here. Tommy Paul and Francis Tiafoe. Tiafoe has been playing really well. Made the semifinals of Indian Wells. Apparently, Tommy Paul is playing the best tennis of his career. I don't know why they said Tommy Paul. Maybe because I think Tommy Paul made the semis of the Australian Open. And if you don't know who these guys are, look them up. Tiafoe right now, 25 years old, ranked 14 in the world. Tommy Paul, also 25 years old, ranked 19 in the world. Tommy's 6'1", Tiafoe 6'2". Got to root for the Americans, right? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. We need some more Pete Sampras and Agassi, right? And Andy Roddick. Funnily enough, Andy Roddick, you think like people think he's the best server of all time? No, like number 5 all time. Actually, Pete Sampras, look at this. Number 14, Roger Federer, number 10. It just shows that the serve is not like the most important thing at all. Which, like, I mean, it's important, but it's not the most important thing ever. Actually, which I think is more interesting, is you look at the best returners of all time. Nadal, number 3. You would have think Djokovic would be number 1. Djokovic is actually only number 6. Where's Roger Federer? He's actually not up here. Agassi, apparently one of the best returners of all time, only number 14. Interesting. Andy Murray up there. Yeah. Nalbandian. Carlos Alcaraz, number 24. I thought actually what was super interesting, if you go to under pressure leader, who do you think it is? Just take a guess. I would have guessed, and I got it right. Did you guess Novak Djokovic? Pete Sampras, Rafael Nadal, Roger. That's insane. Alcaraz, Murray. Oh my God. Wow. Roddick was really clutch too. Wow. That is interesting. Anyways, that's a really cool stat. We should dig into that more. Former champions, number 7. Apparently, Herbert Hurkacz and Andy Murray, they've won this before. I didn't even know Hurkacz won this, but apparently he won this in 2021, 2 years ago. Andy Murray obviously has won this before. He's been number 1 in the world. He's on the number 1 ranking list. You guys know who he is. He's a beast. He's still playing. He has like an iron hip, and he's like just an absolute legend. You have to root for Andy Murray every single time he plays, no matter who he plays against, because you don't know how many more matches he's going to be here for. Number 8, Tsitsipas, made the finals of the Australian Open, striving for success. Who cares? Blah, blah, blah. Hopefully he wins the tournament. Nobody cares. You don't know who he is. He's like the Greek freak, right? He has like the long Jesus hair. He looks like Jesus, right? He's cool. He's got a one-handed backhand, likes to hit, likes to rip. Other players to watch. Ben Shelton, I think he's like a 20-year-old American that's like from Florida that was playing college tennis last year and then like made the quarterfinals of the Australian Open and is now like a beast. And then this other guy, Jiri Lahacha, I don't know how to pronounce it. Let's see, where is he? So apparently this guy's 44 in the world right now, 21 years old. He made the finals of the 2022, so last year's next gen ATP finals. And for that, it's like a race where you have to be 21 years or under. And then you get to qualify, I think, if you're like top 8. I don't have the rankings up here. They were somewhere here. But anyways, he made the finals of that tournament. We only take the top 8. So he's definitely one to watch. I'd never heard of him before reading this article. So anyways, we'll follow him. And then lastly, they're talking about doubles, which no one cares about, but it's still funny. So apparently Hurkacz, who won in 2021 singles, and John Isner, who won in 2018, played doubles together last year and won the doubles tournament. And they're playing again this year to defend the crown. I thought that was funny. Yeah. So with that, that's it. Watch the Miami tournament. I think qualifying ends today or tomorrow, so I think the draw is probably going to kick off pretty soon. Let's follow it. I think our Alcaraz is going to win. I don't know who he plays in the finals. I don't think it's going to be Ruud. I think it's going to be someone else. Maybe it's Medvedev again. Probably won't be back-to-back, but I mean Medvedev is playing really, really good. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. All right. See you guys.